Hisakti lodas mashalo yadati. I realized something that I didn't realize before. V'zeh chelki b'chachma. And that is my chelik in chachma. Now this is already, it's only 3 words in Rabbeinu Yonah, but it's such a huge, powerful concept. We ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'sein chelkeinu b'seir hasecha. We all want our chelik. Now there's 2 levels of pshat that I'm aware of in those words. Number 1 is that we want that our chelik should be in Torah, right? Halavai, everybody, every one of us, that what we do and what matters to us should be in Torah. However, the deeper level is that everybody has a chelik in Torah. Everybody has a chelik in Torah. I remember speaking to a Baal Tshuva many years ago. Many years ago. This is like going back like almost 25 years. And this person was telling me that he doesn't really put a lot into learning because he feels, after all, what do I have to offer the world of Limud Torah? I became a Baal Tshuva pretty late in life. I'm never going to reach any particularly high level of learning. So, okay, I learn because I realize a Jew has to learn. It's a basic obligation of being a Jew. But I don't really feel like I'm contributing to the, it's like a lahavdil, when a professor writes a paper, so he's contributing to the academic literature. He's contributing to the literature. So this person, he didn't feel that he has what to contribute to the world of Torah scholarship. So I said, I don't understand it that way. And I'll tell you how I feel about it. My understanding, based on what I've been taught, is that every single person, it's like the light that goes through a prism. You might be learning on a very simple level, on a level which you're never going to learn a Ktsais. You're never going to harver in a Rabbi Kiva Eger. You might not even get to a Rashba or even a Taisus. But you know what? Even just when you read the line of the Gemara and you get the most basic translation of the words and you have your way of understanding it, it's like a light going through a prism. And every single person has his particular shade of light. And if you look at a painting, if you look at a rainbow, you look at a tapestry, you know what? There might be a little shade over there. You look, these artists, they sit there for hours and days and months and sometimes years. And sometimes they'll make a tiny little stroke of a brush and they added what to us looks like nothing. But you know what? It's the sum total of all those tiny little nothing strokes that creates a masterpiece. Because even though the hue of the color that he added, it's kimat nothing, but that little tiny flavor of color that he added is what makes it into a masterpiece when you put them all together. So I said every single person has his chelik in Torah. The Torah going through you, your specific color. I remember I was choosing once, I think, a paint color for my house. And I was like, so show me all your whites. And the guy said, I said, can you show me all the whites that there are? He said, are you crazy? He says, do you know how many shades of white there are? He said some crazy number. It was some wacky, wild, very big number. And I was just awestruck. I never realized that it's physically possible that you could have 1,000 shades of one color. So I told this person, I said, the way I see it is that every single person, when the Torah goes through him, your way of understanding it is slightly different from anybody else that ever lived or ever will live. Because you're unique. And the same way that you are unique, so your way of understanding is unique. So I said this whole thing about the prism, and he was just like, I never thought about it that way. Makes me think about my learning totally differently. So why am I making such a big deal about this right now? Because the Ben Yonah says, "V'zeh chelki b'chachma." How do you get to your chelik in chachma? By giving yourself the time to let yourself think about what you're learning. That's how you get to your chelik. Because your chelik, I think what I said is true even on the superficial level. I think that even on the superficial level, it's true that your way of understanding is not my way of understanding. It's not your way of understanding. Everybody has their flavor. But to really get to the depth of your chelik, and again, that doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be machadesh chidushim, that you're going to publish a sefer that's going to become, it's going to add to the Torah literature. It means that your chelik, which is only your chelik and nobody else can get that, It takes time. You have to let yourself have the time to think about it.